Hey guys, I did it. I got rid of one thing out of my life every day for the month of February. Most of this is actually, pardon my wet hair, I just took a shower. Most of this is actually going to be donated to Goodwill. But there's a few things on here as we go through that I'm doing something else with. So I'm really proud of myself for sticking with my goal. My New Year's resolution this year was to declutter and downsize big time. My big chance to declutter and get rid of stuff was actually when we moved to Florida a year ago. But I actually moved a lot of stuff that I'm no longer in love with or no longer, really using often. And it was a lot of work to make the move, and I don't want it to be a lot of work if we make another move in the future. So my New Year's resolution for at least the month of January was to pick out one item every single day for 31 days and make plans to let it go out of my life. That worked out so well, I decided to do the same thing in February. And let me tell you, it has gotten a whole lot harder to find one item every single day, but I did it. I have actually a few more than 28 items here. I think there were a couple days I picked more than one item. But I got my 28 things here. This is the last day of the month, and I picked my last item this morning. And I'm unsure I'm going to be able to do it for the month of March. That's another 31 items. But it just shows you that I live kind of a privileged life where I have so much stuff that I'm actually annoyed by how much stuff that I have sometimes. And so I feel like in the future I need to make smarter decisions when acquiring new things, make sure I'm buying things that I'm going to love, things that I'm going to want, things that I'm going to use and use up, use completely, get the best value for my money. So let's go. Let's do this. Let me show you all of these things I'm getting rid of and why. The lighting in my bedroom is not the best. I apologize for that, but I wanted you to be able to see the pile, and I needed to sit up a little bit straighter to make this video. So we will start with clothes, I guess. I feel like those are the least exciting. First is this super cute shirt, kind of a sage green with a little flower on it. I got this, oh my gosh, I think Ross or TJ Maxx, one of those places, 2 summers ago. Wore it to absolute death. Summer 2021, summer 2022, and I've even worn it a few times here in 2023. But it's getting really pilled and frayed around the top. When I put it on, if you could see me up close, I look pretty shabby. It's definitely seen its better days. I have washed it. I'm going to donate it to Goodwill. Got a lot of good memories in this shirt. Also have a lot of photos of me in this shirt, so I guess I won't miss it too much. Next up, some pajama pants. They have cactuses all over them. They're clean, but they're wrinkled. All of these clothes have been washed. When I make a decision to donate something, I throw it into the next load of laundry that I'm going to do, and then after I wash it, when I pull it out of the laundry. This is just a pair of pajamas I have worn, and I'm kind of not loving them. They're really baggy on me, but they actually kind of ride up at night and get kind of uncomfortable, so they're probably just not my size. I'm going to donate those. This was a Gap t-shirt. I think I might have donated its sister shirt in January, and I didn't realize I missed one. I love this style of shirt. I'm not sure what you call it, where it's got like a short set of buttons, right? I think it's called a Henley. But this shirt, if you notice, it's really wide in the chest and then kind of tapers, and it's very bulky when it's on me. It kind of like bunches up and folds itself over, and it doesn't really look good on me. And as big as the neckline is, it's either always showing my bra straps or I have to babysit it and keep it up over top my bra straps, and I don't have a good bra to wear with this shirt. I'm tired of having to babysit the clothes that I'm wearing and making sure that they are fitting me right, and I just feel like when I have this shirt on, I have to babysit it all day. This next shirt, I've washed it too many times. It looks like it has stains in it in the camera, but in person it does not. I might actually throw this one away because on camera I'm seeing stains in the armpits, and then when I look at it here, I can't see them in this lighting. I've washed it too many times and it's shrunk too much. It's way too small for me. That one's not going to Goodwill. That one will just go to the trash because I don't think anybody wants to buy a shirt that's been shrunk. This is a t-shirt I got at J. Crew, and I have a lot of good memories. Summer of 2021, I bought this at J. Crew the morning before I caught a flight to go to New York City for my first time ever in New York. And I wore this shirt all over New York. I have great photos of me in this shirt, but I am sick of it. I am so sick of it. Farm fresh apples. It's kind of become the shirt I put on when I want to be lazy. And I've begun to associate it with being lazy, not trying to fix myself up in any way, not trying to be presentable, and sort of sloppiness. And it's not the shirt's fault, but that's how I feel when I put the shirt on. I've got the photos of me wearing it. I got my money's worth out of it. It was a clearance J. Crew, no big deal. This one's hard for me to let go. I bought this off Etsy, and it says Cavapoo Mom with a heart and a paw print. I have washed it so much, the print actually has taken on like the colors of other clothes. The print is cracking and looks kind of, just how screen printed shirts do when you wash them too many times. I'm not really sure if this is a Goodwill or a Toss-It shirt, honestly. It makes me sad to get rid of it because I am a Cavapoo mom and I think Cavapoos are the best little dogs in the world, but I'm going to let that one go. This next one, exact same reason as your Farm Fresh apples. This was a shirt I bought at Target about 3 winters ago. This color looks horrendous on me. It's just not my color at all. It's not really gray. It's not really purple. I don't really know what color you would call it, but I bought it because it was cheap, and I think I bought it in a couple different colors. But it has since become the shirt. I don't want to wear a bra. I don't want to wear makeup. I don't want to brush my hair. I don't want to get off the couch. Very 2020 vibes from this shirt. It makes me feel kind of sloppy. Not saying there's anything wrong with those kinds of days, but I am trying to minimize the number of clothes in my wardrobe that make me feel like I just look sloppy and there's no point in trying today. I think a lot of us acquired a lot of clothes like that during pandemic, and I want to move on with my life and feel a little bit like I try every day. That's all the clothes I got rid of. We'll do ball caps next. This one was a freebie bonus item. It's a ball cap I got last weekend 2 weekends ago actually, when I did the half marathon I walked it in Melbourne, Florida. Can you see? Florida Marathon and a half. It's a beautiful stitching on this hat. The colors are great, popping. On the back it says thefloridamarathon.com. It's a great hat. I don't know who to give it to, so I'm going to send it to Goodwill. I look horrible in ball caps, and I own 4 or 5 ball caps. So I'm trying to minimize my collection of hats. Speaking of, tell me this doesn't remind you of the TV show You. This is a Lululemon ball cap that I bought at the Lululemon store. It even says Lululemon on the band. I bought this, I think, summer 2021 summer 2020. Wow, I've had this 3 years, I guess. I bought it when I was doing a lot of outdoor rock climbing, and at the time I did not own any ball caps to keep the sun out of my eyes while I was climbing outdoors. Again, with the Florida hat, I just realized very quickly I don't look good in ball caps. Here, I'll put it on to prove it to you. I don't look good in ball caps. So I'm going to let it go, even though it's Lululemon and there's nothing wrong with it. I might have worn it 5 or 6 times. I actually have this listed right now on Facebook Marketplace. So hopefully somebody will buy it off me for a couple bucks. Put that right there. The other thing that I have listed on Facebook Marketplace is this UV gel lamp for doing your nails. It looks like this and has a little thing in it. Michael got me this for Christmas last year, a year ago and 15 months ago. And a whole big bag of gel nail polishes, which are beautiful colors. I'm sad about this. God, this is heavy. Sad about this one, but the more I do gel on my nails, number one, I get enough UV exposure living in Florida, going out and laying in the sun every day. But the gel nails is actually making my fingernails very weak and brittle, and they hurt. They're painful. So I'm actually despite being carnivore and all the protein I eat, my nails are still not able to withstand a polish of a gel manicure every 2 to 3 weeks. So I'm going to let this go. This is all listed on Facebook Marketplace for sale. kind of regret how many polishes I bought, and I love gel nails because they're so strong and they don't chip, and you can keep your manicure for weeks, but it's ruining the health of my nails. So this is just one of about 30 glass bottles that I got rid of. I'm not really sure how we acquired so many glass bottles for my kombucha making process, but I only need 10. Actually, no, I need 20 total. 10 to ferment and then 10 to have a second brew. And somehow I probably had 40 or 50 bottles. I don't know how many bottles I donated. One day I gave away 10, another day I gave away 9. They've all gone into the recycles, so this is just to represent the probably 30 or so that I've gotten rid of, that I was just sort of storing that I didn't need. What else? In the name of hats, this is a beanie that I crocheted myself 2 or 3 years ago. It's supposed to be a string of Christmas lights, and I made it just so I could go looking at Christmas lights. We went to McAdenville in Charlotte, or near Charlotte, and I wanted a hat to wear that looked Christmassy. I just don't look good in hats. I know it. I know I don't look good in hats. I don't know why I made myself one. Never wear it. It's gonna get donated. Another easy one. This was, it's from the company Believe in the Run, I believe is what they're called. It says Run Believe. It's a company that Michael either bought something from or signed up for something, and they sent him a hat with his purchase in the mail. Frankly, I'm not entirely sure. He gave me the hat. He knows he doesn't look good in hats, and I always make an attempt to wear them. So I'm gonna donate that. Here in Florida, no one needs a beanie in Florida. I think I ought to throw this away instead of donating it. It's a makeup eraser that Michael's mom gave me. Once upon a time, I wore lots and lots of makeup, and this was awesome. Man, this is awesome. This will just take your makeup off in like one wipe. It's like Windex for your face. But I don't really wear a lot of makeup anymore. I like bright lip colors occasionally, but that's kind of gone by the wayside since I play the flute every day, because it gets all over my flute and it's gross. Eye makeup, I always use the mascara that's not waterproof, so I don't have a hard time getting my makeup off with just regular soap and water. So I'm going to, I think, toss this. I don't think it needs to go to anybody else, even though it's been washed. When my Warby Parkers came, my sunglasses, which came a little bit later than my regular glasses, I went back through all of my sunglasses and decided to donate the gooders that I still had. These are beat up. These are going in the recycles. If you can recycle sunglasses, I'll have to look. These are going to Goodwill. I actually got these at the Goodwill bins, where it's like, I want to say 99 cents per pound. So I bought a whole bunch of gooder sunglasses there, but I got my Warby Parkers now. They are prescription. I really don't need this many pairs of sunglasses. I did save one pair of sunglasses that aren't prescription to wear like to the pool and the ocean and stuff. Moving on, let's see. This, I cut my kombucha production down, as you can tell from the bottles, by a lot. I used to make like 20 or 21 bottles a week, which is ridiculous because Michael and I at most would ever need 14. So I had 6 scobies. Now I'm down to 3 scobies. So this was the terrarium I was growing one of my scobies in. I am no longer growing that scobie. I put him down the garbage disposal, so I'm getting rid of this crap. This will go to Goodwill. I just bought these at Target, and I feel really bad because I never even used them. They're fake fingernails. I don't know if you can see them. They even come with nail glue. I don't have a absolute clue how to use these. I read the instructions, and then I realized I don't really want fake nails. So many things that I do, I need my fingers to be just as short as possible. I thought I might use them if I ever reignite my ASMR channel, but if I do, I'll get nails down the road. There's no point in hanging on to these. These are frankly just not for me. I don't think I would look good with them. It was an impulse buy. It's Target. You know how it is. You see something in Target and you gotta buy it. Earrings. I have a lot of earrings we're donating. Never even took these off the package. These are from Francesca's. I love these. They're very cute, but they're not really my style. I'm not into gold. I don't look good in gold. I pulled a couple pairs off of this one that were, I think, silver or some like color. And then these two are 2 pairs of earrings I made. I have a whole bunch of earring making supplies. Wait, yeah. I have a whole bunch of earring making supplies because in 2021, that was my big hobby. And then I found the flute and I never looked back. So 2 pairs of earrings. All this is, none of these have ever been worn. I probably have 200 pairs of earrings in my closet that I made that I've never even worn. I don't even know who to give them to. And then this is a pair of little dinosaur earrings. I have worn these once. They're not from Francesca's. I just put them on this thing. So I'm donating all of these earrings. So, I don't know if anybody would want these. Maybe a little girl would want them. Oh, what else? This. I've been holding on to this for years, and I don't even know what it is. My grandma gave it to me right after my grandpa died, and I knew it was associated with him, but I don't know what it's for. It's just a box. Sometimes when I traveled, I would take my engagement ring in this, but it's very heavy and bulky. I think he might have stored like tie pins in this, tie tacks or something. I'm not sure. When my grandpa died, my grandma gave away just about most of his stuff because it was too painful for her, and I have no memories of him associated with this box. Not once did I ever see this box in his hand, in his possession. I'm going to let it go. Anytime I'm letting go of something that was either given to me or associated with a person that I love, I have a really hard time with that. And there's a couple more things here. But it isn't going to bring him back. Me holding on to this forever, no matter how much I try to find a use for it, is going to bring my grandpa back into my life. And I don't get any sentimental feelings when I look at this. But I have this cloud of guilt that I'm supposed to cherish this and love it. And I just don't. I loved and cherished him and will miss him for all of my life, but this needs to go to somebody who might know what it's for or find a better use for it. So we're going to let that go. 2 pairs of shoes. These are a pair of $7 Birkenstock knockoffs. You can see the soles are still in pretty good shape. There's a sticker. I've stepped on a sticker. That'll go to the trash. I got them at Ross for $7. Wore them a lot last summer. When we first moved to Florida, I bought them, wore them to death. But honestly, they never really, when you put on a pair of Birkenstocks, they break in pretty quick. These never broke in. They still give me blisters, and they still make my heels hurt. So I'm going to donate those. Somebody else can have them. This pair of shoes, I bought this pair of shoes in 2019. I have worn them one time. I wore them to see, I think it was My Fair Lady, a Broadway show. I actually bought them to go to the Kentucky Derby with Michael. I bought a dress. I did not buy a hat. I refused because we've talked about how I feel about me how I look in hats. But I bought these to go to the Kentucky Derby with Michael, and then it rained so hard. I'm pretty sure that was 2019. It might have been 2018. It was several years ago. It rained so hard. We had never actually bought tickets. We were just going to go like day of, and I decided, nope, we're going to stay in and watch it on the TV. So they've only gotten one outing. That was to My Fair Lady. They're not comfortable, as you would expect with a heel like this, but I'm telling you what, guys, I found barefoot shoes, and I am trying to little by little let every other shoe in my life go, because this right here makes my toe hurt just looking at it, how much it would crush my toe. This one's the left. No, this one's left. Thinking about putting my left foot in this shoe, make sure it's the left. I can't do it. I cannot do it. Since I found barefoot shoes, I don't know what I'm going to do when I got to go somewhere nice and wear dress-up shoes, because now that I've found barefoot shoes, I can't. I won't. Makeup items. Some of this is... I never could figure out what to do with all that other makeup. No, I couldn't find anywhere that would take it. So I still have it, and I'm like, should I rinse all these bottles out and then try to recycle the bottles? I have no idea what to do, but these are 2 foundations. Maybelline Fit Me. They are both at least 2 years old, so that's probably gross right there. I shouldn't put these on my face, so I'm not going to give them to anybody else and let them put them on their face. But I don't wear foundation anymore. I wear sunscreen, and then once the sunscreen kind of sets up, I put powder on it. I am not a glamour model. I don't have a YouTube channel. I'm not any good at makeup, and I decided since I'm no good at makeup, I don't have to wear foundation. So that's going over here. That's trash. This is an eyeshadow palette. I don't even know how long I've had this eyeshadow palette. I don't know where I got it. Probably Ulta. Might have come in a subscription box. I'm not sure. I've had this thing for years. And you can tell I never use it. I really love this purple color. But when it's on me, it tends to just look dark and my eyes look kind of bloody and tired. All three of these colors look great on me, but the palette's so big. I just don't like carrying a palette around where I only use half the colors in the palette. So barely used it. Sadly, I don't think I would want to donate it because I've had it longer than I've known Michael, and he and I have been together over 5 years. So that's pretty gross. And this is it was supposed to be an e.l.f. blush when I was trying to get into liquid makeup. I don't want to show you how gross this is. I won't zoom you in on this, but apparently liquid blushes don't last very long because it got like hairy and disgusting. So all that is going to get thrown away, rinsed out, something. I don't know. I'm not even sure I can get the lid off those foundations. But next up, my OG pair of glasses. These are about 11 years old now. They're Coach. I have outgrown this prescription, and I actually cannot see any better with them on than they're making my head hurt. I got these when I was 27. Did not wear them for very long before I realized that my problem is astigmatism, and they were making me, oh my God, my head hurts. I should not have put those on. They weren't helping my astigmatism very much. In fact, they were making me really sick wearing them, so I quit pretty fast. And then for the next 10 years, just went around very, very, very short-sighted. I now have a better prescription and prescription glasses. So I did the Warby Parker thing. Michael says there's a place you can donate these, and they will take your prescription out and then put prescription in for somebody in need or something. So we're gonna look into that. I told him as soon as I made this video, he could help me find out where to send them. This is a journal. Welcome to the real world. It sucks. You're going to love it. It's from Friends. I bought this in a bookstore at Myrtle Beach on vacation one year. I wasn't using it for anything, and then I used a few pages when I was trying to learn how to make, when I was trying to perfect my kombucha and make like a quality control. I want to rip these pages out. Oh, there's a cheesecake recipe in here. Oh, that's our keto cheesecake. I wrote it down. That's right. I wrote it down before we did the video. I'm going to rip these pages out, but donate the journal. I mean, somebody who's a Friends fan might enjoy it. Take some scratch notes in it or something. And then the last item, I hope this is 28 because I wasn't actually counting, but some of these things weren't all one day. Like there was one shirt per day, that kind of thing. My parents got me this quite a few years ago. It's a kit with the patterns to make the tree, the Nutcracker, the Sugar Plum Fairy, Clara, the Mouse King, anyway, all the characters from the Nutcracker. It's a crochet kit. I was actually thinking about making it and reviewing it for this channel, but I don't even know if you can get this anymore. I never made them. I went through the supplies and took a few of them out, like the needle. I kept the needle. I kept the stuffing because I do crochet little toys sometimes, but I'm never gonna make this, so I'm gonna donate this. The book is still in here if anybody wants the book. The only supply I took was the needle. This might be better to recycle than send to Goodwill, come to think of it, since I took the needle. I'll put the needle back in. That's what I'll do. I don't need the needle. I have plenty of, not needle hooks. I have plenty of crochet hooks. I'll put it back in and donate it. It's got the book in here to make all these things, and it has the supplies to make the Nutcracker and Clara. So you can make these two right here with the supplies that come in the kit. So somebody might find this and find it interesting. And then this is a silly thing. Once upon a time, I watched a video on YouTube of this guy who crochets, and he made himself a scarf out of scrap yarn left over from all the projects he had made, and so he could take his scarf and walk you through it and tell you, this is the leftover yarn from the Afghan I made my grandma, and this is the leftover yarn from the Baby Yoda doll I made my brother. And he had a story for all the funky colors in his scarf, and I thought, what a cool idea. I want to do that. So I've been saving leftover yarn from all my projects for the last, when did I start this? I haven't crocheted at all since we moved to Florida. Hardly any. I only made those two little dog toys. So probably about 1.5 years worth of scraps I've saved in there. There's a whole bunch of colors if you work your way down through here. I live in Florida. I don't need this scarf he was talking about. I was trying to think of other things I could do with it, but at the end of the day, it's just trash. I'm going to throw this away. So that concludes the 28 things that I am donating or trashing or recycling in the month of February. That is everything I'm letting go out of my life. It's wild to me to think, if you look at the video from January, add all that stuff and all this stuff, it is wild for me to think that I really have not bought, I'm not sure I've bought anything in 2023. Have I? I bought a few things. Let's not be completely unrealistic. But most of the things I've bought in 2023, minus those nails, have been things that I thought about and put, the thought into, am I going to use this? Do I really want this? Do I need this? There's only been a couple impulse buys, and other than that, I'm getting rid of things at a much higher rate than I'm bringing things in, which is the goal. The goal is to only have things that are super sentimental and things that I use every single day and not have a lot of extra clutter and crap laying around. I definitely want to downsize my life. So there you have it. Everything I decluttered in the month of February. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're inspired to do some decluttering of your own. I'd love to hear about it if you are, because I hate to feel like if you're watching this video, you're not inspired to let go of some things that you don't want. But if you are getting rid of extra crap in your life, let me know about it. It's like a burden coming off of my shoulders. This is stuff that I bothered to move down here, the majority of this. I brought all this stuff in a U-Haul for 11-hour drive when I moved down here a year ago. Basically haven't used any of it and never worn most of it. Now I'm going to pass it on to, sadly, the landfill, some of it, or a new home at Goodwill. So I will try to remember this lesson as a conscious, carry this lesson with me that I need to make smarter purchases in the future. But anyway, guys, I will see you next time. Happy decluttering.